flyer. Paid my dues and I feel like traveling on. Runaway team of wild horses ain't enough to make me stay. So throw your rope on another man and pull him down your way. Make him into someone to take the place of me. Make him every kind of a fool you wanted me to be. Ooh, midnight flyer. Engineer, won't you let your whistle maul? Ooh, midnight flyer. Paid my dues and I feel like traveling on. Stop in Santa Fe, maybe San Antonio. Any town is where I'm bound, anyway to get me gone. Don't think about me, never let me cross your mind, except when you hear that midnight lonesome whistle whine. Ooh, midnight flyer. Engineer, won't you let your whistle maul? Ooh, midnight flyer. Paid my dues and I feel like traveling on, traveling on.
Who loves good bluegrass any better than me? Hello, son.
Hello, Tom.
Good to have you, bud. How you making?
Well, Tom, fine.
Good to see you, babe. You fellas made it in all right from Gallatin?
Yes, sir, fine.
Yeah. Sonny, you don't
came
have...
from Gallatin.
Yes, I did.
We came from Hendersonville.
Oh, from Hendersonville. I beg your pardon. You fellas from uptown.
Yes, surely.
You stand by just a minute. We're going to go into that a little bit later. First, a short break from the Nashville scene, and we'll be back. Join us, won't you? You look so dressed up, I just can't understand. You go preach someplace today or something?
You don't look so bad yourself, Tom.
Well, it's great. It's great to have you with us.
It's good to be here, really.
Do you have enough strings on that banjo, Sonny?
Yes, I do on this one.
Do you still play a six-string?
No, I quit playing the six-string about a year ago. I really ran out of ideas on it. That was the only one of its kind, and I just ran out of ideas. And so other than to really get sick of it, I thought I'd just maybe put it down right then, you know.
Six strings you get sick of faster than you do five strings?
Well, yeah, because you got one more to get sicker of.
I see. I'll worry about that tomorrow.
You got that, didn't you?
Yeah. You're still talking more than Bobby. You're not letting Bobby talk.
He can say anything he wants to, man. Jump right in there. Keep us rolling if you can.
Bob's a big automobile trader. Every time I see him, it seems like Bob is always trading cars for some reason, trucks or something.
I look more than I trade.
You do a lot of shopping, don't you, Bobby?
Yeah, I like to look at it.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
It still fascinates me, a new car. You know, for years I had used cars, and I still have used cars, but I love to look at the new cars. I love the smell of them.
Yeah, they always... New and always smells real good.
See, he's coming on strong, boy.
He's in high gear now.
Should I go right on to Jim and...
I'd move on to the right real quick.
Bobby while he's hot. Bobby, I'll tell you what, they got a spray out that smells like new cars. It's a lot cheaper than buying.
I see. That's awfully good.
Where you get it?
Jim, did you come to town to imitate Hank Williams?
No, I came to town to imitate Mel Tillis.
There went that question.
In a way, yeah, but that's not it. You can't start out doing that. So I came to town as a songwriter, but this was always in the back of my mind.
And a commercial man. All over the world, really. Taking bluegrass to the world as opposed just to the people in America. And you went to Japan, of all places, and they tell me that's big bluegrass country.
March, about the 1st of March of this past year, I guess it was. We were over there for about a week. It's amazing. People, for the tickets to our show, we were the only ones on the show, too, and they were paying like I figured it out one time, $18.18 per ticket.
Good Lord.
That's right, and we had about 2,000 a night that we played to.
Were you doing on a percentage or a flat rate?
I wish it would have been.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's, the price, well, all the prices of there are really terribly high. We saw in one of this grocery store cantaloupe about like so, you know, it was $18 also. Extremely high.
So did you enjoy it?
Loved every minute of it.
Could you understand the people? Did they understand you?
Yeah, that's interesting, too. We might get back to that maybe.
Hold on just a minute.
We said I was on old Rocky Top down in the Tennessee hills. Ain't no smoggy smoke on Rocky Top, ain't no telephone bill. Once I had a girl on Rocky Top, half man, the other half cat. Wild as a mink, but sweet as soda pop, I still dream about that. Rocky Top, you'll always be home, sweet home to me. Good old Rocky Top, Tennessee. Rocky Top, Tennessee. I've had years of cramped up city life, trapped like a duck in a pen. All I know is it's a pity life can't be simple again. Rocky Top, you'll always be home, sweet home to me. Good old Rocky Top, Tennessee. Rocky Top, Tennessee. Rocky Top, Tennessee.
Now, bluegrass people always wait there. They stand there, but I want you to come back over here. And the two backup men that you have with you there today, you haven't even told me who they were or anything. I especially like the bass man. You talk about being laid back. Now, he lays way back there. Jim Owens said he was their bus driver.
That's Blade Evans.
Blade Evans, old Swifty.
No, Tim Evans is the newest member of our group. He's been with us about, what, four weeks?
Does he know it?
Not yet, no. What'd I do?
Nothing, Sonny.
You want to go imitate somebody else? Don't imitate a comedian. You're no good at it.
You should have known you were in trouble, though, when you came in on a load of watermelons today. That Jim Owens is after you.
That's right. I know that. Anybody in a white suit, trust him not. Now, Tim has been with us about 4 weeks, and all this stuff is completely new to him. He's done none of this before. None of it.
Is he from Kentucky, too?
Yeah, Vanceburg, I think he calls it.
Well, who's the other one?
That's Bobby's oldest son. His name is Robbie.
Well, I'm Bobby's.
Robbie has been with us about 7 years. He has played
But
drums.
he looks older than that.
I know, he looks very old. Looks about 40, really. That's an inside joke. No one will understand that but me.
No.
But Robbie has played drums with us. He started out playing drums with us. He's played...
In a bluegrass band?
In a bluegrass band. Yeah.
That's unusual.
We had drums for a while. We've done a lot of things like that.
Yeah. Get back to Japan, if you will, and tell
I'd
us...
like to. A lot of money there.
That's
a lot
not
of money.
polite.
What?
Ask him to leave now. and
No,
go
no,
back
I
to
didn't mean it that way. I want to get the rest of that story that,
Oh.
you know, about Bob and his restrooms over there or wherever.
No, that's a different time. We won't talk about that now. We'll talk about that some other time.
I see.
Man wasn't supposed to say anything about that. I told him not to. I'll talk to him just as soon as we get done. While we were there, the honesty of the people over there it's just fantastic. We don't see that thing here. Our manager went with us, and he took some flyers for a bluegrass festival. They have about 30 or 40 people a year. They come to this country and go to bluegrass festivals. They go from one to the other all year long, or during the season. Then they go back to Japan. So he took these flyers and laid them on the seats of the first night in Tokyo. He laid these flyers on each seat for about the first 15 or 20 rows. All right, when the show was over, those things were still laying there on the seat. They picked it up and read it and put it back down.
Would not bother.
You wouldn't see that here. You'd see the seats tore out and all that.
Or see the flyers folded up and
sailed at you or thrown at you, maybe.
That's true. Or wadded up and thrown at you.
It's tremendous. It's just the greatest trip I've ever been on, and we'd love to go back, and will probably in another year or so.
They tell me that bluegrass is the favorite American music in Japan.
It really is. When you get through, like, we would sign autographs for about an hour to an hour and 15 minutes a night, and it was like they'd almost mob you, you know.
Oh, so
tremendous.
Nice. Really. Great. Hold on just a minute, fellas. Have a short break. Jim, you've done, I guess, more research on Hank Williams because of the business of doing the Hank Williams type thing that you do so well. Have you learned anything new about him that maybe hasn't been written or said before?
I learned something new weekly, maybe, or monthly. Somebody's always coming up with something. The problem is you have to realize whether they're telling you the truth or not. I've met 150 people graduated with him, and he didn't graduate.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to kind of filter through it. One story I learned that I think was cute. He was going through Chattanooga and stopped at a restaurant. This is the night before he died. Stopped at a restaurant, and the waiter really impressed him. Young kid, really a great waiter, really worked to serve him. And when he was finished, Hank said, "Son, what's the biggest tip you've ever had?" And the kid said, $25. And Hank told the boy that was with him, he said, "Let's double his biggest tip ever. He's worth it." So he left him $50. And he's at the cash register leaving, and all of a sudden a light came on in his head, and he turned around and he said, "Son, that $25 tip that was the biggest you ever had, who gave that to you?" And he said, "You did, Mr. Williams." So he had doubled his own tip and given the kid $75.
That would have been something. He would have done something
That was
like
Hank.
that. Yeah. I like the place where they had him in jail one time, you know, for imbibing a little bit too much, and somebody came to get him out, and he said, "Hank, it's time." He said, "Who?" He said, "Come on, Hank, you can get out." And I said, No, I'm not Hank." He said, "I'm George Morgan." And refused to leave because he was George Morgan. He was not going to leave as Hank Williams.
Once in Thibodeau, they had to introduce him as Hank George Morgan Williams before he would go on stage.
He would pull things like
He
that.
would not go on.
It's been great having you guys with us today.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jim. Come again.
Appreciate it.
Sonny, Bob, always a pleasure to have fellow Sumner Countyans. Come back again. And on behalf of our guest today, Grady Martin and the Nashville Scene Band, the Dottie D Singers, I'm T. Tom, and we hope you'll join us again right here on the Nashville Scene.